Next is Tony Khan Trashy WrestleMania from Liam Stewart. Wait, it was Liam Stewart. This guy. Oh, you know what? This guy's in the He's in the K100 Keeping 100 YouTube.
Yes.
Things. Yeah, he's very disrespectful, I think.
Probably.
Yeah. I was lurking in the YouTube. I noticed Liam Stewart. I think I might have responded to one of his things or something in there. I don't know. Hey, K100. Actually, you know what I'm going to start doing from now on? Joe, I'm going to announce this.
Yeah.
I'm going to announce on Twitter that I'm going to go lurk in the comments section on YouTube. And it'll drive people to the thing to see what I'm commenting on.
It will.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to start doing that. Every time I do it from now on, I'm going to say lurking in the YouTube channel.
Announce it. Yep.
Yeah, leering and lurking.
Yep.
You know?
Creeping.
So hey K100, don't know whether you guys. Okay, this is interesting. I want to preface this. All right.
Right.
So I've gotten text messages, a text message from somebody in the other company, and it was funny. They talked about it. You notice how when Tony Khan talks, he always uses the word "I," never says "we."
Right.
Like everything I did would never use the word "we." Right.
Right.
So I'm going to preface it. So, hey, K100, I don't know whether you guys have spoken about the strange tweet from wrestling's greatest booker, Tony Khan, or not. I'm going to read it. I don't know if you saw this coming.
No,
Do you follow Tony Khan on Twitter? I don't follow him.
No.
He does not like me. So, all right. So it's raining at WrestleMania. Okay, while the rain is going on Wednesday, this is Tony Khan. On Wednesday, November 11th, sideways rain was blowing in our elevated ring. Our elevated ring wasn't affected, but I felt the ringside mats were slippery and unsafe. 10 minutes to showtime, I had a light bulb idea to lay down carpet at ringside, and remember we had a red carpet. It totally solved the problem. The crew chopped up the red carpet, and we're still laying it down at 8:02 as the live show started. The first match was Brian Cage versus Matt Sydal. I asked Taz to go out and do an opening promo and stretch so we could shoot him close up while the crew was putting the carpet down. Also, I'm not trolling anyone. I just think it's a safe approach that I thought would be worth mentioning. It occurred to me last minute, too. And it wouldn't tremendously affected the matches that night if I hadn't done it. It potentially prevented some injuries from occurring.
Yeah, what a hero.
What do you think of that? Like,
bro, let me tell you this. I never read that.
He tweeted that right during the rain delay of WrestleMania. It just was very
so let me throw this out real quick while it's fresh in my head. First of all, what you just read to me, it's not a good look because you're putting yourself over by saying it was your idea. You're like humble bragging. You know what I'm saying?
Humble brag, perfect
right,
word.
Like when Darby said, "Oh, I put together 80% of the match." Sorry, my G, that makes you sound egotistical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The other day, I actually got a call from Darby Allin, and I was thinking to myself, he's probably going to complain like everybody else does about something I said.
Do you get calls like that?
Yeah, I've had calls from people that complain, and
really,
yeah,
I never get calls. Did they complain about me?
Well, one guy did. I already told you that story.
Right.
And my whole thing is like, bro, anybody can make mistakes. I mean, if you want to bring that up, all WWE has to do is bring up that exploding ring match you had. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
And go, we didn't put no red carpet, but how about this? You know what I'm saying? I mean, anybody can make a mistake. I thought that was not a good look, what you just read.
Yeah. By the way, SmackDown, I'm reading this, did 2.25 million viewers, the most since March 5th. And the demo did a 0.61. So actually, they're doing numbers on that show. So it's the only show that's doing numbers right now. And you just wonder why. It's like, bro, you just look at the show, you watch the show. It's like, this is easily the best show of all the shows. You know, it's like it's got a good serious tone with the main eventers and stuff, and
great talkers, great matches.
Yeah, right. It's like,
they took out all the corny shit.
Isn't that funny? You loaded a show with a bunch of good talkers, and what happened to the rating? Because guys could make this stuff interesting with their mouth. You know, so.
Remember back when they had all that Otis shit and that girl fell in love with him that was hot, and then they had the thing where they had the Law and Order that was, remember those Law and Order skits that were really corny?
Yeah.
And then they had, poor Miz and Morrison with their corny shit getting beat every week. I mean, yeah, it's really turned around.
Let me finish the thing here. Can anyone from the K100 crew, we basically explain this, but can we explain what the fudge he's trying to say? Is he saying that he could run a show better than WrestleMania, or is this just typical of Khan, who's the greatest book in wrestling, being tone deaf? I'm very confused. The strangest thing is, even Wrestle Talk, What Culture, and the Inside the Ropes groups are bashing Khan for the tweet, but I refuse to listen to them because they're Mark shows. Can someone in K100 help me?
Wait a minute. If he doesn't listen to the Mark shows, as he says, how's he know what they're saying about the situation?
What I was to say this, just like I said, it's the classic case of humble bragging. He doesn't even either he knows he's doing it or he didn't know he's doing it, but that's humble bragging.
Bad look.
Which is not a good look for somebody.
No.
Next is this is interesting.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, my point is like everybody makes mistakes. Okay, they forgot to put a red carpet there or something, so they didn't slip. They may not have thought about it at that moment. You know, it's almost like I told you. Remember when Bad Bunny came out and the bunnies were in the ring and their ears were falling off? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, mistakes can happen to anybody. but it's funny because you don't expect that to see in WWE. That would be the same as like going on Disney on Ice or something, and the characters, gear is falling off.
Did you see when Biden the Easter picture with Biden and Harris on the balcony of the White House where they had the bunny and they had the mask on the bunny?
No.
Bro, they had a thing. Somebody was talking about. They've had that same, like the White House has obviously had the same bunny suit, right. Like for you, because they only needed one day. They put the bunny suit on, and it showed the chronological timeline of like all the people like out there on the thing with the bunny, and this time the bunny had the mask on.
I saw
it's actually very funny.
A tweet from someone that was upset by this, that the U.S. Navy's Twitter, the logo now, the sailor, that's what you call a Navy guy, has a mask on in the logo now, and they said it makes us look weak to other countries.
And then not to mention 40% of the Marines don't even want to get the vaccine.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's like, did you read that? And bro, everybody's like going for it's like, dude, these are the most physically fit people. Like, it's like you actually think the guys that are like, bro, do you see what the training that SEALs go through? Mm-hmm. Like they drown you, you gotta hold like all this stress. Like it's like a virus that has like a 99.8% effective rate. It's gonna affect us. It's like, come on, it's like give me a break, right? That's what the Marines.
Bro, I was stationed here in Coronado, California. It's an island, and that's where they do the SEALs training.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, at 5:00 in the morning, bro, they were on the beach with like a telephone pole. I'm not kidding, like a telephone pole, and you'd have like about 8 guys carrying it, running in the sand at 5 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I mean, their training is ridiculous.
Side note, since we're talking a little COVID here, and we've talked on the show about, and some Patreon segments about what we're going to have to do with the vaccine, whether or not you're going to need to prove you got it, a little card or whatever. And someone told me yesterday that they're already doing that at Yankee Stadium. You have to present a card or a receipt or from wherever you got the vaccine or a doctor's note saying you're vaccinated. Have you guys heard that? I mean, that's not legal yet, is it? Like you can't.
Well, I think anybody that you can do anything they want in their property, right? They can refuse service to anybody.
But if you're going to ask me publicly, hey, did you get your vaccine? Like now, that's my personal business, and the HIPAA laws cover that and all that, right?
Well, I guess you know as well as we do the atmosphere we're in right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Well, if I got to get a vaccine to go to MLW in the summer or something, I'll do it. So there you go.
Yeah. All right. So so next, I'm fully vaccinated. I get another tomorrow. So you're supposed to wait. Was it 14 days or something after your second one? So I got another week. I'll be completely ready to go. Which means I still have to wear my mask. Which is did you hear about these idiots? Joy Reid was on MSNBC and said even when she gets fully vaccinated, she's still going to double mask.
Double mask.
For what?
I'm like, why are you telling people that? That's like the dumbest shit ever, bro. Tell people it's like, hey, I'm getting vaccinated, and hopefully more of us will get vaccinated. We finally take these masks off. And these people say, I'm never going to take the masks off. Then why am I going to get vaccinated? It's stupid. Yeah. Next is from this is an interesting one. Not so much interesting, but it's a good question for Conan. From one. Oh, by the way, what happened when Jack got some heat in a match? Did you hear about that?
No.
Jack?
I guess he was reckless in one of the AEW matches. Jack, what's his name?
Evans?
Jack Evans, yeah. Did you hear about this a couple weeks ago?
I did, yeah.
He had a couple reckless dives or something that hurt, and he got heat over it in the locker room. Go figure. I mean, this guy's gonna
hang on, I got you.
Bro, you sometimes some of the most eccentric performers, they just get heat, but they're like just.
But that's his style, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
the featured match of this is March 20th, so it's a couple weeks ago. The featured match of this past Tuesday's episode of Dark saw Jack Evans take on the Dark Order's Preston Vance, also known as 10, in singles action. Preston Vance ended up winning the match, but he was bleeding profusely from his mouth and blood was dripping through his mask. Vance was in this state due to Jack Evans doing a Phoenix Splash and catching him in the face with an elbow.
Next is from Juan Unda.
Wait. One thing that's controversial about it is after the match, Brody Lee Jr. entered the ring and did a fist bump to Vance's bloody hand. So I guess that's what.
Big deal.
That's a kid. That's a little kid. That's
Yeah,
what
but
people think
Jack
that's
has heat from the people, quote, you don't want heat with, end quote, in AEW.
Jericho.